Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS25 news video. In this video I'll tell you all I know about the small production buildings that will come to FS25. So this is obviously no new base game function, but they will build more smaller productions and not only big factories into their map and as placeable that is available for or for all the maps you play on. And I really like it because not only me was not so happy about nearly all productions being factories, and only few farmers buy their own factory, but a lot of farmers have their own production buildings, workshops, and so forth, directly on their farm very often. And therefore I was building quite a lot of small production buildings that you can place on your farm, and it doesn't take so much place, so it's not a huge factory. And other modders did that as well, and Giants heard the players who complained about those huge factories. A lot of people also say, I don't like those productions because it has nothing to do with farming. But when you have small productions, it has something to do with farming, because a lot of farmers have their own workshops and own dairies, own small bakeries for your self-marketing and so on. Okay, here we see something like small carpentry, I would say. And yeah, I like it. It's simple, and I don't know yet whether it will have some animation when it's running. Yeah, that is something we will see, but I like the idea, and that's already something. And here, I must admit, I have no idea what is being produced here. Maybe you know it. And maybe they even told us in at the FarmCon what is this all about, but I missed quite a lot of those presentations. It was so full, so crowded, so overheated that I couldn't sit there through the whole presentation. And then I got a glimpse, and then I went somewhere else where it was a little bit colder and not so many people. And therefore, I don't know everything what they said at the FarmCon. Maybe you know what this is? If not, we will have to wait until it is released, and then we will find out. But what I find really interesting, other than it being small, it's an open workshop, like the Carpentry, so you can see maybe how it's working, or at least you can see the machinery, and it's not just a black box looking like a building, but you can definitely see, this is a small production shed. Very good, I like it. And here is this very cute and old carpentry as well, I would say, and it is on 2 levels, and I don't know whether it will be possible to make it as a placeable because it has 2 levels, but it is built into the map, Riverbend Springs, and it's cute. And later I have a small video about this where we tour through this building and you can see more of it. And here is something else that is maybe a production, but with this I don't know what it produces. And maybe it's just decorative machinery, but it could be a production. And very often you have just a machine on your farm that does this and that, and this has a little shed on top that it doesn't get wet when it rains. And so those things like that would be awesome as small productions for the farm itself. And here I show you one of my many production mods. This is the smallest one. Oh no, I have in my big yard production pack, I have even smaller buildings, but they are no walk-in buildings. They are just garden sheds, and they produce a variety of things. Here with this, it's no more called Farm Production Pack, because that name was taken by this DLC that has nearly no productions. This is called now, I think, maybe Farm Supply Production. They renamed 3 of my mods because I had so many different production mods. Yeah, and those are 2 buildings, and you can place them close together. And at the left-hand building, you can produce nearly all base game productions, like flour and bread and grape juice and dairy products and so on and so forth. And it has an open inside and a dough producing machine, and everything else you have to imagine. Maybe it's in the 2nd floor, everything else. And so it has a little bit of animation inside. Yeah, and you can produce a lot of stuff, and it's very, very small. It has such a small footprint. You can place it nearly at every farm. And at the right-hand side, it has the same footprint, but it's higher. And this is a farm supply production, and you can make things like hay drying and silage and TMR and pig food and so on and so forth. Everything you need at a farm and that you can produce yourself, you can get in this production. And there are 2 separate buildings, because the one spawns pellets, the left one, and the other one you get the stuff through this pipe. And therefore I thought, okay, then I have to do 2 buildings, and without scripts I could only make it like that. So here you can see the left one as a single building, and here is the right one, and you have color choice, so you can choose the wood to be red, and then it matches the American style buildings. Yeah, so back to the new machinery, and then we have a video. Okay, let's have a look where I can start it, where we go through this old carpentry. And maybe you have seen this already from other YouTubers and from my map tour video. It's awesome, and therefore I thought, okay, this is so nice. You can have a look at it more than one time. And here you can see that it is on 2 levels. And I don't see any production icons there at the building. Don't worry, we will come to the building rather soon. And then we go through it. So it doesn't show like I'm a production now. Maybe it's just decorative. But it looks so cute, and I think a lot of the things they want to implement they are just stand-in models without the functionality till now. And so maybe it will become a production. I hope so. Yeah, I count on it. And if so, maybe you can produce different things, because this what is built there now is something like a playground tractor. And I think now we go outside and have a look at different objects. Maybe those objects too. And here we see the house, but I think it's more about the objects. We go further down. Here is something like a big fish. And yeah, I guess not the shed that we won't build such a shed, and it's very old, but maybe this pirate ship. Maybe it's too big for the building, but yeah, so there is still some surprise and unknown facts left over. Here we have another wooden tractor that is just standing there. And I would love to be able to build such things in our productions. Yeah, so that's about it. And what I would like to know from you is, how much are you interested in smaller productions? And what kind of smaller productions would you like to see from me as a mod? And I can't promise that every wish you tell me I can fulfill, but I can gather your wishes, and when something is wished a lot and I'm able to do this, then it gets a higher priority in my modding to-do list, which I already have. So I'm already planning and preparing for the upcoming mods, and production buildings will be a part of it, obviously. But yeah, if you tell me, if everybody of you or a lot of you guys say, oh, I want a dairy with turning huge buckets where you can see how the cheese is produced, yeah, then maybe I do it earlier than other things. And for this, I would love to know your wishes. And write it down in the comments below. Okay, that's it about smaller productions in FS25. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for watching and all the best. Till next time. Tschüss.